Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mitt Flips, where I'm a full-time eBay reseller and every 100 subscribers is a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you subscribe so you have a chance to win. I'm back. Been a while. Just want to wish everyone I know it's past, but I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Hope you enjoyed time off, if you got it. Not everybody does. Hope you enjoyed time with your family. At the very least, I hope your time with your family didn't open any old wounds, stuff like that. Around the holidays, some of that stuff can get a little hibbity-dibbity. Luckily, we came out unscathed. Kids had a wonderful time. I got what I think is a fabulous gift. I got a full-size hooded robe. I love it. It's very warm. Very excited about that. There was so many things that caused the extended hiatus, so I'll go over a few of them as I'm pulling orders, but I do have a lot of orders to go out. I did not go on vacation mode. I did not take a break. I just kept packing orders, selling things. Sales were very slow, have been slow all through December. Some decent ones here, so let's go ahead. How many do I got? 21 orders to go out today. Don't have to get them all today, but I'll probably do it anyways. Why not? First thing going out is Willie Nelson, Kenny Rogers. It's like a BAs of country type of lot. Here we got Willie Nelson, Kenny Rogers, Charlie Daniels. And I made these lots years ago, like, I don't know, at least a year ago, but I think it was multiple years ago. I think these are the four. It was long enough ago that the rubber bands deteriorated. Let's double check. It is Willie Nelson, Kenny Rogers, Charlie Daniels, and Willie Nelson. There we go. And for that lot of 4 cassettes, $8.99 plus shipping, and that is going local. Not local, but local is in the US. So I don't know why there was plus shipping, probably because it's been that long, but that's a lot of shipping. Did they pay for, they might have paid for priority on that. That doesn't even, I mean, that's a bummer for them because they did buy it, December 23rd. So maybe they upped it to priority, hoping to get it in time for Christmas, but there was no shipping. Like there was no way to ship it. And they did pay for priority. So that's a bummer for them. I'll actually reach out and see if they want to downgrade that to medium mail since it's after Christmas at this point. Who knows? Also, I'll go back and check all the other cassettes to make sure, ooh, it's hot in here, to make sure that they're not set at priority. That could be a reason why they wouldn't sell, because $8.99 plus priority shipping on those that's ridiculous. I guess I'll go through them in order. First reason why I had to take time off. I had major teeth issues. I had a tooth infection in 3 teeth at the same time. Pretty awful. One of them, I have a root canal in from my previous issue. The dentist said when I got the root canal, if I ever run into issues again, that tooth has to come out. And because that's cosmetic, because the root canal I had to pay for out of pocket, like $1,200. Because it's cosmetic. They can rip your tooth out and you can live your life. So it's a cosmetic thing. Your insurance don't cover it. Well, my insurance doesn't cover it. So if it comes to the point where they have to rip this tooth out, that will be the end of my YouTube career. I thought about it for the week I was battling the tooth infections. I'm vain enough that, yes, if I have to take out this tooth, this front guy, that's the end. You'll never see me again. Sorry. Next up, D1 this one's very cool. A Carlings Black Label beer tray. And this I am selling for my father, or I got from my father. And he was about to put in his garage sale, and he said, there's no way I'm going to get the money at this garage sale. You know, you might get 20 bucks for this at a garage sale, which it wasn't crazy money. Ended up taking an offer, or sent out an offer, $69.99 plus shipping. But this thing's very cool, and this was one of the better ones that were available. I think there was 4 or 5 that were for sale, but this is just real neat. It's got some aging along the edges and some chipping, but most of them are rusted out pretty bad. So that's actually a really good one. They got a good deal, and we got more money than he would have got at the garage sale. So let's see. $70. Well, not really. He'll get basically the same amount he would have got at a garage sale, but I also get to make money on top of that. Whatever. That's that's good for both of us. He still makes the money, doesn't have to do any of the work, and I get to make some money as well. And then the next thing I had to take a extended break from was we did a round robin of sicknesses. I, because of who I am, drink a lot of water, not as much as I should, take my vitamins, try to eat healthy, try to do some amount of exercise, stay active, all that kind of stuff, so that I don't get sick, preemptive. But the rest of the house, everybody took a turn, and it was nasty for a couple weeks, so that was another reason I had to take some time off. Next up, C5A15 is a doll wig. C5A15, go ahead and grab it. C5A15, 14, 15. C5A15. That is a Global Dolls Corporation dark brown. And I now get nervous every time I pull a doll wig because I made a mistake that I, at some point, told you not to make, which is if you do end and sell similar and it's a multi-quantity listing, then it will end the listing and sell similar the original listing. So I actually had to cancel 2 orders this month because I didn't have the item. I sold out of that one. It was a multi-quantity and it's still similar. Showed I had some, I did not. Or showed I had multiples and I had 0 or 1. But for that one, $10 free shipping. The wigs are still going great. Weirdest thing about the wigs is the people that buy them, some of them shop real late. Because it's not like they're going to a foreign country where the time change would be that extreme. I mean, some of these get sold at like 2, 3 in the morning. It's a very weird thing. Speaking of wigs, A2B6. A2B6 is this Wavy Wool. Oh, it's not a wig. This is just multi-purpose. You can make a beard out of it or make it a sheep or whatever you want. It's just fake wool or is it real wool? All natural. This is wool. What do I get for wool? $9.34 free shipping. And of course, one of the other things was the holidays. I just cleaned in here. This place was a mess because I was still working. Plus, this became Santa's workshop. So for about 3 weeks, it was a nightmare in here. Next up, A4 is a Witcher Funko Pop. And I got 2 of these at Salvation Army about a month ago. Geralt glows in the dark. It's a GameStop exclusive. I got 2 of those and a Grogu. The Grogu I gave to Michael for Christmas. The 2 Geralts, obviously I listed. I paid $5 a piece, $4 a piece, somewhere in that range, and I get to sell the 2 to pay for the other one, plus some profits. That right there, $22.94 free shipping. All right, next up, B1B is a Tupperware Tupper Seal B1B. It goes to the Jello molds, and you put different lids on the Jello mold. That's a 3-pack, but I think it's just an individual one. Yeah, here we go. And whatever one you put on there is what you get. And this one is a Christmas tree, of course. Again, I feel bad if somebody was hoping to get that for Christmas, but that's on them. $8.49 free shipping for this little piece of plastic I get to throw into a bag. A poly bag, to be specific. And another thing I had to take, you know, not a ton. It wasn't like I had to take time off, but it helped in my decision. My dad had to have surgery. He's completely fine and recovered at this point. But, you know, you gotta shuffle stuff around. You gotta be available, help out here and there. Next up, Xbox 360 Army of 2. And it's a lot. It's Army of 2 and then like a Army of 2 Plus. Like a re-release or something. Okay, yeah, Jen listed some games. And I had her, I said, just put them over here so you don't gotta worry about it. And then I forgot. So here we go. Army of 2. And then Army of 2 40th Day. So it's like an expansion pack, something like that. This was an okay game, the first one. I don't know. You can't play it forever, that's for sure. The concept is, it's like all like back-to-back battles. You know, there's 2 people against everybody, Army of 2. But that gets a little clunky when you're playing with someone not as good as you or playing with the computer. you know, it gets a little clunky. $21.24 free shipping for those two. Next up is a lot of 3 Sonic Youth CDs, and then something else is in the lot with it. I don't remember. We'll check when I get back. But these came in a Mikhail mystery box. They don't have the original jewel cases, but they have of course, the CD, and then the original insert, and 1 Radiohead. So 3 Sonic Youth and 1 Radiohead. That makes for a good lot. That's kind of like in the same genre area. $18.69 free shipping. And those will, of course, go media mail. And then the last thing that kind of delayed me, well, actually, one before that, is I winterized the house more. Last 10 Christmases, we had green Christmas. You know, we'd get some snow, but it would melt, and you could see grass. It wasn't like, oh, let's go outside, it's 60 degrees and sunny, but there wasn't snow. We got snow. You guys know, there was a snowstorm. It hit the whole world. We got all the snow. All the snow. Shoveled by hand. It was great. But kids are home from school, get to take turns, all that. Added to it. It was kind of, and this will lead me to the final one. Spare time to do nothing. Spare time to hang out with your family when they're home. Watch an extra Christmas movie with our youngest, who, I'm telling you, this was my favorite Christmas of all time. Spending Christmas with a toddler is, I mean, the magic of it is, it's amazing. It's better than every childhood memory I have of Christmas, was spending Christmas with my youngest. I mean, it was just, again, magical. But having that kind of spare time and that ability to, you know, just sit around on the couch and watch an extra Christmas movie was addictive. I contemplated calling it quits. I said, you know what, this extra time I have, I can, you know, I could do nothing. That's always a choice, but I don't like to do nothing. I know I would eventually get burnt out on that, so I had to put that out of my mind. And I was like, well, I could spend a little more time with the kids and stuff like that, but also, they go back to school in whatever it is, 5 days. So, was I going to call it quits on YouTube to enjoy an extra 5 days and then regret it for the next 5 years? Nope, not happening. But things might change. I might make less videos. Who knows? New Year's coming up. Could change the whole format. Don't know. But that's why it was so extended. There was all those things that fell into place that were not great. And then there was a little bit of, I was just enjoying myself. Next up, C4 is a vintage golf hole-in-one. It's like a bar top game. Right here, hole-in-one IQ tester. And for that right there, I got $11.04 free shipping. I guess there is one last thing, is we don't got a lot of great stuff to list right now. Pickings are thin. Always got books. Always got records. And, oh yes, I did forget one. Jen got a job. That also puts a little wrinkle in it. It's not a problem. It's a part-time job. It only affects this business in that we have to shift the schedule a little bit. I think I'll start having to pack orders Sundays for Mondays, pack orders Tuesdays for Wednesdays, you know, just pack the day before for the next day. I don't know how videos are going to turn out if I'm having to like film them after dinner. You might see, you know, 2 beer deep, Drew. Who knows? They might get fancy out here. But that also was part of it. She got a job that I think will really, really like. She hadn't had to, you know, put on real pants in a long time, so she was a bit upset about that. But she is now the activities director at an old folks home. So she gets to do fun stuff with old people all the time. And she loves old people. I'm telling you, loves them. Because she used to be a Cena back in the day. Next up, another one for my father. This one is awesome. It is C5 vintage to steal from shed flips Fontanini. You got to get some gumption in there. But it is this set of vintage Fontanini. And no, I will not ship it like this, just loose in a Ziploc, but they were perfectly safe to store like that. I will individually small bubble every one of those. I hope I have a roll of small bubble in my car. I think I do. Pretty sure I do, because I don't have any here. But I'll individually wrap each one of those, and that is actually going international. So let's do some searching and figure that out. All right, nothing too crazy, just going to Canada. But for this set of vintage Fontanini, and we could have got more money if we listed them individually. It's pretty competitive on an individual scale, and we don't have the boxes. So I said lot them all together. I actually had to lower the price, but we got $254.99 plus shipping. That is awesome. Again, that's for my dad, so I'll get roughly somewhere around 70% of that. But I did, because I had spare time, I did go through the store, and I started with the most expensive items and worked my way down, because sales were bad. And I don't mean low, I mean they were bad. I had better sales last December than I did this December, and last December I had a third of the items I have in my store. So it was real bad. So I was like, okay, let me do some sleuthing. Let me try to see if there's something on my end I figure out. I had thought, okay, well, some of these items have been listed a long time. Markets have changed dramatically over so many categories in the last year. You know, recessions, economy, and the tubes, all that kind of stuff. Also, Jen had been listing most to almost all of the items, and she is doing a great job, but she does have less experience than me. So, you know, and I wasn't checking any listings after the first, 25. I just let her go. So I was like, okay, let me start with the most expensive items, and I'm just going to price check all of my items and just see if there's, a mistake on my end. And I only made it through 25% of the listings. I removed $3,000 worth of value from my store without removing any items. Just repricing to the current market. I went through and repriced, like I said, about 20-25% of the high-end stuff. I'm not going to mess with the lower end. That can get fixed in a sale. I'm not going to go through 2,000 listings, take 10 cents off a $9.99 free shipper. That's not going to happen. But yeah, $3,000. It was like $2,980 and something. Like it was real close. $3,000 I removed from the store. And then a couple of high-end, like the Fontanini, because I think that was listed $399.99, and we got $254.99 plus shipping. So at $399, that was probably never going to sell. And that probably was a good price at the time. Somebody probably unpacked their Christmas decorations, realized that they had something worth of value, and listed it cheaper. So you got to adjust. You got to be nimble. You got to have your tap dancer shoes on. Don't be, stuck in your ways or that's what I listed at. That's what I'm going to get. That's silly. Because it's not like I lost $3,000. Those items weren't selling, weren't going to sell. So by subtracting that $3,000, I didn't lose any money, because if it doesn't sell, you're making zero. If it sells at a reduced price, you're making whatever that reduced price is. So just a thought. A lot of people, I think, do that often. I used to do it often when I had 150 items in my store. Now, maybe I'll do it once a year, kind of like I do an inventory once a year. It'll just be something I do periodically, annually. And next up, there's another one going international. It is C4, 1984 Avon Carmichael the Cat. And Carmichael the Cat was in my childhood toy collection, and I was shocked to see what it was worth when I listed it. And this is one of those items that if I hadn't gone back in and repriced it, it would have never sold, because more had been added, the market changed, and I would have no idea unless I actually go look at it. That doesn't make any sense. It says it's sold through the global shipping program, and it is going to the United States. So maybe someone who lives in the United States bought it, because their account, it shows me where their account is located. It doesn't show me where the actual shipping address, because it's through the global shipping program. So my guess is they ordered it, they're from the US, and they're sending it somewhere not in the US. But either way, they left me a note. Thank you very much. When I was little, this toy meant a lot to me and is quite beat up now. You're welcome. $29.74 free shipping from me, but of course they're paying some amount of money to the global shipping program. But yeah, $29.74, and I think I had it listed $39.99, but there was no way it was going to sell at that price. So back to back, and I don't, it could have been a couple of these other ones as well. I don't think so though. Actually, the bar tray, the Fontanini, and Carmichael the Cat. So all three of those repriced, then sold. Next up it says custom label E, which would mean in the bucket, but I think it's over here. I think I saw it just the other day. Unless I moved it, which maybe I did. I hope not, because there's stuff piled on it. So give me a second. It was in E. There's a almost identical scarf on B5. but it is black and gray, black and white, something like that. But for that scarf right there, blue, black, white, $16.99 free shipping. And there are a few items, you know, I wish I would have filmed over break. Nothing really comes to mind off the top of my head. Maybe I'll do like a live and do a recap. I don't know. Or maybe just do a video and do a recap. Lives are hard because lives are hard. Yes, lives are hard. My camera is dog doo-doo. It's trash. And I did do a premiere and chatted with people. That was fun. I'm definitely going to start doing that again at least once a week. But even that, with as few people in that, it's hard to keep track of all that. These people that do lives with hundreds of people, that's a lot to keep track of. Especially, I was trying to watch the video and talk to people and comment and do all this stuff. It was much harder than I expected, but I did have a good time, so I'm going to do it again. B4 is an Atari Flashback 3. B4 Atari Flashback 3. And because we're so low on items to list, I know one viewer that's going to be very happy to hear, but for about the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be listing books, and more books. Also, because we need to list more books. It's getting empty, and I don't like empty space on my shelves. For that, $12.74 plus shipping. Next up, B3E is a Toastmaster Thermostat. B3E, right on top. Toastmaster, yep. It's a Toastmaster Thermostat, probably for like a flat plate or something like that, electric flat plate. $10.19 free shipping. I think I got that in a Mikhail mystery box. I also got the Flashback in a Mikhail mystery box, the CDs, the Home 1 IQ, the wig, of course. quite a lot of the stuff we've been listing. Basically everything we've listed over the last 6 months, it seems like. Because I hit the local thrifts again. It's not worth my time. It's just so disappointing every time, and I can't go in there and spend an hour every other day to maybe find something every once in a while. That's just not worth it. Next up, B3B16. B3B3. What? Okay. Well, that ain't right. Okay, I just can't read. New glasses, still can't read. I'm trying it out to see if the glare is better on these ones than on my old ones. So I apologize if the glare is terrible. I'll never wear them again. I'll find out in post. But if I can wear glasses without a problem, I would love that. Okay, so B5B16 right there is a lot. I think Jen listed those today? Yesterday? Couldn't have been today. What is today? Nope, couldn't have been today. But repeat buyer on those, and I have noticed a few repeat buyers on the wigs, which was something I was really hoping for, that people would catch on that, oh, this store has wigs, save the store. So when I have sales, they get notifications. If I send out an offer, all that kind of stuff. So that's been working out pretty good. $15 free shipping for a lot of 4. Next up, this is another one. Had to reduce the price, and it sold. B3B. B3B is a Matchbox King racing transport. I got this at a church sale for 10 cents. I'd had it listed for about $49.99 free shipping, almost a year, maybe somewhere in that range. It has no tires, but when I listed it, that was not a big deal. But since the time I listed it, many more have been listed, including the car with the tires, some in the box. When I listed, I think there was 3 or 4 listed. There was 15 listed when I went and looked up the price, so I reduced the price. Then yesterday I went back and forth with the buyer a few times because it was still listed $39.99 free shipping, or maybe it was $34.99 free shipping, and I took an offer, $25 free shipping. I paid 10 cents for it. It's been listed for quite a while. I would rather have the money. $25 free shipping is still great. And then here we go, repeat buyer. Oh, it's the same buyer as that one, so that's great. I get to combine the shipping. Because when I combine shipping, I save money, therefore I make more money. C3A28 is a Talena's C3B28. Right here, see? Multiple quantity, 28, 28. So if I do and sell similar, after this one has sold, it will repopulate the listing saying I have 2 of them. Don't do that. It's not great. So that one right there, size 5, dark blonde, 093, boom. And it says it's a lot of 2. C3A28. Same advice, but different one. Here we go. It's 2 of them in the same lot. C3A28. And for those, $10.49 free shipping. And because I get to combine these 2 items in the same package, I actually will make about an extra $4. It's fantastic when the profits on one of them is already only about $4. All right, next up, A3 is a Star Wars Sith Infiltrator. A3. Not this big old one. Is it this? Yes, it is. Star Wars Sith Infiltrator right there. These are real cool die-cast toys. I had 2 of them. One already sold. It was the Millennium Falcon. And then this one, also cool. They usually have moving parts, and then they balance on this little stand. I was tempted to keep the Millennium Falcon, but I did not. I like money. Let's see, note from buyer. Thank you very much. Oh, yes. They sent me a message basically requesting that I send them an offer. And they said, hey, if you send me an offer $2 off, I'll buy it. So I did a little salesman trick. I sent them an offer for $9.99, which was really $1.03 off, not $2 off. But their comment, I'm glad I did. I'm forbidden from doing that right now because I have a strike on my record. So that means that they are a negligent payer. That's what that means. But either way, $9.99 free shipping. Because I also had another buyer, well, another potential buyer, purchase something and then tell me, oh, hey, can I actually ask me? Sure, you're asking, sure. Ask if they could pay for it next Friday. They bought it on Wednesday and they requested to pay for it a week and 2 days later. Like, what are you talking about? Just don't buy it. You don't got the money. You don't got the money. Just don't buy it. Buy a different one on the next Friday. So I said, eBay will automatically cancel your order after 3 days. Like, no, I won't do that. And then they responded, oh, no, that's not how it works. I've done this before, blah, blah. So you do this often? So I was like, no, like, if it's not paid in 3 days, I will cancel your order. Like, what a turd. Like, this is something you do to people often. Like, you do it enough that you're aware of the system. Like, come on. And it wasn't something expensive. It was like I don't know, $10 item. Not saying that they could be poor, whatever. Yeah, I get that. But I mean, why not just wait till the Friday? And if it's there, buy it. And if it's not, you buy a different one. It was like a tech deck skateboard. I don't have the only one. Just go buy a different one. I was flabbergasted. It's a good word for it. All right, next up, probably not going to get it down, but it is GMC Splash Guards. Yeah, definitely not going to get down back there, and they're exactly what they sound like. They are Splash Guards for a GMC. I got those at my local Salvation Army about a year ago. Another item I lowered the price on. Surprisingly enough, someone paid a ton of money in shipping to get it to Canada through the global shipping program. I guess it was still a good deal for them. $24.22 plus shipping. They paid me $30 in shipping, and they paid, let's see, the global shipping program another 25-ish. So that's decent amount of money, which kind of tells me if I would have sold them locally, I probably could have got a bunch more money. And I mean locally as in the US, not locally as in my local market area, which is the worst. I mean, I live in a small town. I get so jealous. People are like, yeah, I'll just put this on Marketplace. I don't feel like shipping it. I can't sell anything on Marketplace. I'm dealing with, 5,000 people. I'm going to guess that there's going to be that one person in that 5,000 that wants a specific thing that I have. That doesn't work. Next up, B4 is a Christmas Eve musical ornament. B4, and it's like it plays like Bad to the Bone, and it's Santa on a motorcycle. I think it's Born to be Wild. That's the one right there. Santa on a motorcycle. Let's see if it works. I think it does. Nope, needs batteries. But I'm pretty sure we took it out and tested it and then put it back in. I don't remember now. But that is a big ornament. It has a thing where you can hang it, but who would hang that from the Christmas tree? That's just too much. That right there, $21.24 free shipping. I think I got that at garage sale, 50 cents, $1, somewhere in that range. That's one of those things I assume. There's always that little bit of after Christmas where somebody broke somebody's favorite dish at dinner, or somebody broke somebody's favorite ornament, or it fell off the tree, or somebody realized something was missing. Those kind of things kind of trickle in right after Christmas. That's usually what I assume that. Or you're at a friend's house, you're like, oh wow, I love that ornament. I'm going to get one from my house. things like that. And then last thing going out, B3B, same thing here. Santa's reindeer knife, like a cheese knife. B3B. B3B was popular. I do have more than one of these, but this right here. Vixen. What is this one? Donner. Let's see which one they got. I think it said Vixen. Vixen, here we go. Silver-plated Vixen spreading knife for that one right there. $10.99 free shipping. One of the things that did happen over my hiatus was one day I had, I want to say it was 12 sales, somewhere over 10, under 15, but 8 of them came out of one drawer. I think it was B3B, but it was one of these. I just opened the drawer and looked, was like, okay, I need this one, and I need this one. I also need this one. It was very weird. Another thing I did, I ended up pulling out Winter Wonderland. I went to reprice it, and while I was repricing it, it doesn't function. The drive motor works, but it doesn't move. And I noticed that these, the snowboarders from that set, were selling for $29.99 free shipping. I've been trying to get $49.99 for the whole thing. So now what'll end up happening is I'll put that in storage until Thea's older and I finally get to build my Christmas village the way I like to, which is big. And then I'll have it in there. It just won't function. Still be a half pipe. Still be cool. Including fees, that's worth more money than that. Because the fees on the shipping would have taken out the difference, basically. And the space it takes up, all that. I was basically begging people to buy that for $49.99 plus shipping. But now, I can put those in there. I don't care if they sell this Christmas season, next, 3 years from now. They take up no space. They are going to get relocated from on that shelf. I don't know why they didn't end up in a drawer or something. I don't know. But one thing I can tell you for sure is my throat is not used to talking this much. And it hurts now. Well, that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.